You gotta
Slow.
hit. Oh. What's up, guys? It's Justin here. We are going to talk about fantasy football as we get close into kickoff. Talk about all the injuries, who to start, who to sit, and just give you some weekly advice. Why am I in my kitchen and not my office? Well, today we're also going to be cooking food. So what better way to make some game day bites talking about fantasy football right before kickoff. Today, I've got a guest with me. Well, not a guest, my co-host with me, Pudge, is in the background. But hey, guys, let's go ahead and kick the show off right now.
You're watching Bites and Insights only on Fantasy Now Plus.
What's up, Pudge? How's it going?
A couple technical difficulties this morning, but we'll get through it. We'll figure it out. Jeez.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So I feel like I'm going to be looking down a lot today. So you'll have to carry the conversation a little bit, but it'll be fine. We're going to be good. So yeah, we are in the kitchen today. Well, I'm in the kitchen today to talk about fantasy football. You're in your office. Man, this is going to be weird because camera's way up here, screen's way down here. So it's like, I got to pay attention to all the things. But yeah, fantasy football week 1, we're back. We're back. How you feeling about it?
It's fully here. It is on time and scheduled, just like us mostly.
Yeah, always, we're always on time.
Always here, ready to go. I am very excited. We talked about a couple of things earlier yesterday, Will and I, and then you and I talked about it on Friday. I am very excited to see Chicago. I'm very excited to see how they utilize those guys in Jacksonville. We did see how they were going to use Omarion Hampton, although he wasn't very effective.
They seemingly Omarion Hampton was exactly who I thought he would be in the kickoff. So that's fun for me to have said that. But honestly, I mean, it's a rookie. It's a rookie. So what more do we expect out of a rookie? And
the snap share was over 80%.
Yeah, that was crazy. It seemed like
that's awesome.
He wasn't effective running the ball, but they definitely believe in him. They didn't just bring in Najee like they could have. They could have just straight up brought in Najee Harris after a while. But they didn't.
Kansas City has a top 5 run defense, though, so you have to taper things a little bit. It's like fair. I don't have Bijan ranked in my top 5 today just because of who they're playing.
Yeah.
They're playing Tampa. Fair. So those guys will take a drop for me most of the time. But him being a rookie, especially.
Yeah. So today, before we get to that, you kind of hit on the Hollywood Brown stuff right there. I mean, because of an injury, but you did say Hollywood Brown was going to do well.
I've got my crystal ball over here, and she gave me some good news. You know, I thought Hollywood Brown was really going to show out. And
well, how much of that was because he was good? How much of it was because Xavier Worthy was out? That's my question.
The world may never know.
That? The world will never know. So a couple of questions off the top here. Oh, but what?
Worthy's going to get an MRI, so TBD. Hold strong with Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
At least until those 6 games are up.
So a couple of questions here. Why am I wearing a chef jacket? I actually went to culinary school. I now work in IT, but I went to culinary school, worked in the restaurant industry for a while. So here I am still cooking every day, 3 meals a day in our household. But what am I making today, Pudge? What am I making? Do you know what I'm making today?
I don't know what kind of nachos, but
so I'm making nachos. I just spent the last couple seconds cutting tortillas up. So we're actually gonna fry these tortillas
Look at you.
fresh, and then we're gonna make some chicken nachos. The marinade I did this in today was a 3-hour to overnight marinade, so that has already been done. So just like all those cooking shows, they were like, yeah, and now we'll marinate this for 3 hours, and then they reach down and then, oh look, it's been 3 hours. It's exactly what just happened today. So we've got all the stuff for pico, we've got toppings, we've got everything. So we're gonna make a little bit of queso. We're gonna make a little bit of do some shredded cheese over the top of it because it's delicious. And so yeah, I'm gonna be over here for a little bit. If you guys have questions, you should ask in the chat, and we will answer everything that comes through today. Literally everything, and we will be on air until we stop getting questions. Where did I go to culinary school? I went to Johnson Wales University, which is in Rhode Island. It was at the time, and it probably still is, was a top 3 culinary school, probably top 2 culinary school in the U.S., and it was a top 10 in the world at the time. So, pretty kind of, I mean, a small private school on the East Coast. So, spent some time.
I had a private chef one time for about 6 years in the U.S. Navy. Their food was not as good as yours, I'm sure, but it was much better than being out in the field.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oil's a little too hot, so I gotta let that chill for just a second.
With a name like Pudge, I do like to eat a lot.
So something, Pudge, that I don't know how much. Do you know how to? I mean, do you cook often?
I cook all the time.
All the time. So you know how to cook,
Yeah.
then, right?
I'm a home cook though. I've never went to any school or anything like that.
Well, yeah, most people in the world don't go to school to learn how to cook. Although some people did go to school on their GI Bill just for something to do after they got out, which I thought was kind of cool. They were like, you know what, I got this thing. I don't need to know how to do this, but I don't plan to do this for the rest of my life. But it would be really cool to learn how to cook really fancy stuff, and I was like, that's pretty cool, actually.
Growing up, that's what I wanted to be, as a chef. But I learned very quickly that you never get a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday off.
Correct.
So I switched very, very quickly to business.
Right. So all the quick questions, Justin. Why don't you still work in the restaurant industry? Do you see all the content that I do now? Do you see how I get nights off and weekends? And I'm sitting here right now cooking in my kitchen, talking to you guys about fantasy football. Not a possibility in the restaurant industry. Nights, weekends, and holidays is definitely a thing. So that is why I do not work in the restaurant industry. So we're just gonna kind of we're just gonna fry these up here. I don't want to do too many at a time because I don't want them to all burn, and I only have a little fish spatula to pull them out, so I don't have like a giant basket. Otherwise, I would do all of these real quick. Well, you don't want your oil too hot, otherwise it will burn too. So, question?
Yep, we got a question from Ryan. Ryan wants to know, standard league, who is he starting in flex? Travion Henderson or Tyrone Tracy? No, I think we're both split on this, so I'll let you take that one first.
Okay, so standard league, you're not getting any points for the reception, so we don't have to worry about pass catching running back. So we are doing just straight up yard it. Standard league does yards, right?
Yep. Standard league does yards. It's usually
And touchdowns. Yards and touchdowns. I again with the whole like Marion Hampton stuff, I wasn't sure what a rookie running back was going to do in their debut. Patriots got Oakland. They've got Max Crosby there. That's going to disrupt a couple of things. Let's see. The Giants play who do they play today? Who did the Giants play today?
The Giants play Washington, I believe.
Okay. I don't have. I should have the list of whatever this point.
It is. I said that like a question, but it is. There's a lot of division games this week.
Tyrone Tracy could be an interesting play today, specifically just because you know what he's going to bring you. I think they're going to go with a split back in New England. All things lead to a split back in New England to start the season. But man, I just like I said on Friday and just like I said on Wednesday, I would rather get the known thing to start the season, to start off strong, and I would go Tyrone Tracy this week. But I would not be upset if you go with Trevion Henderson. What about you? You're a Henderson guy.
I'm gonna take Henderson, just because that offense is really bad for New York, and I just don't see any rushing touchdown upside. And that's where he's going to be available. And he's first on the depth chart, but right behind him, he's got Devin Singletary breathing down his neck. Cam Scatterboo is third. So that's going to be the tiebreaker for me as far as starting Henderson over Tracy.
That's fair. I don't hate that. I'm still worried about, rookie production in week one.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it could be good, but let's go back to some of the past, absolute stellar rookie running backs. You think, Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson being one, they both didn't really have a great start to their season, I don't think. I'm not looking at stats in front of me, so don't quote me on that, but it's New England. They got Stephon Diggs there. They've got options.
I mean, New England, for all intents and purposes, they've got Hunter Henry, he's going to be a tight end 1 this week. That means he'll be tight end 1.
A top 12. Okay, top 12.
Yeah, he'll be a top 12 guy.
I was like, hold on, timeout. Can we talk about?
Oh, no. And I do like the fact that it's Stevenson and Henderson. There's nobody in between. It's just those two at the top.
Yeah.
That for me is huge.
I want to know how much of that is going to actually be the split backfield, though. What's the snap count look like? We could I could be wrong, and it's going to be just Henderson with everything. Who knows? Ramondre might fumble the ball on play 1 and then never see the field again. So.
Yeah, and then Ryan had a follow-up question. Are we worried about Stevenson taking away touches? Absolutely. You already hit on that.
That's my whole, yep.
Yeah, you hit on that pretty hard. I am a firm believer that the veterans are going to get the nod, especially the first week of the season. How those tasting? That's pretty good.
Can you hear it? So nice.
That's a nice crisp. It's almost like you went to culinary school.
Is that some nice AMSR?
Yeah.
No, things are coming. The oil's finally at the correct temperature. The first round is a little uneven with some of them are nicely fried, but some of them have little pockets that aren't as well. I don't care.
Got to get the air out.
They're not. Well, it's more of the color is kind of off on some of the chips, but this is the second batch and they are perfectly colored. So.
See, now you got to give them the top, the tip. You got to tell them that they got to fry them before they season them, because if you season them before you fry them, all your seasoning comes off and it's useless.
Well, it just goes in the oil and it's gross. Yeah. What you're not seeing is I'm salting. I'm salting them as I'm pulling them out, so that helps as well. But I'm going with a light salt. I'm not overly salting them because we're gonna have a lot of the saltiness flavors from the cheese. We're gonna have saltiness flavors because I've got 3 different kinds of cheeses. I mean, we're gonna have the pico de gallo. We've got all sorts of stuff that's gonna really bring out the flavors. And nobody wants salty chips on top of all that. Now get a beer. Then okay. What's Will got here? Hail Mary flex.
I like beer.
Deep
Hail Mary,
PPR. Oh my
deep
God.
PPR. I already know my answer.
Did he just give us all three of his favorite players in this year?
It's got to be Harold Fannin for me. They're playing Cincinnati. Joe Flacco
David
loves the
Njoku.
tight end.
But David Njoku.
I do. No. That's my DFS stack of the week is Flacco and Njoku. Little foreshadowing. But everything coming out of Cleveland, and I've got friends down there. I mean, we're pretty close. They absolutely love Harold Fannin. He's Ohio's best kept secret right now, I think.
Literally, I mean, from Bowling Green to Cleveland, right there.
Yeah. Like on the article I did when they were coming out of college, I did a little piece on Harold Fannin. His coaches actually told him to block Abdul Carter, and he knocked him straight on his behind the first play of the game, and it set the tone. And he had all kinds of points against Penn State that game. So he is.
No, he is a monster. I agree. I'm just hoping that Harold Fannin isn't the kind of tight end that's going to come into this league similar to Jelani Woods, where Jelani Woods was like, oh my God, this is going to be the next great tight end. And then just injury bug killed him. So that was tough. But if I had to pick, I don't know who the other wide receiver is going to be in Houston. Is it going to be Jaden Higgins? Is it Jalen Noel? Who is it? Who is it outside of Nico Collins? Because we don't know. And that's always my war. It could be Xavier Hutchinson for all we know. We don't know. I don't think Trey Benson is quite there yet. James Conner still exists.
Look at their defense they're playing too.
In the Saints, yeah. So, which means they could be running the ball a lot at the end of the year. Who knows? I think I'd go Harold Fannin also. God, I hate to start a tight end in the flex when it's a rookie.
Is it? How dirty does that feel?
It feels dirty.
Do you feel like that?
Not even if it was okay. If it was like start Tyler Warren, who's clearly the tight end one in Indianapolis. Okay, but it's like start the tight end who's the backup to David Njoku, who was best friends with Joe Flacco.
I have Njoku all over the place.
Yeah, so do I.
He's got it's like the Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford vibes from 2-3 years ago, where they used to get breakfast every morning and Cooper Kupp lit the world on fire with this season, almost catching up to Calvin Johnson. Ooh.
So got all the chips done, so that's done and ready to go. So what we're gonna do now is make some pico. Should I tilt the camera down? I don't.
Yeah.
Watch some knife cuts. You don't have to see my face.
You're gonna need some more chips if you're cooking for Pudge. I'm just saying.
So
that might be enough for
you might have saw here, but I've got all of the ingredients there too. I wish I could get my camera. Maybe I can adjust my camera just a little bit.
Oh, Justin over here, he's a pro. Look at that. He's got a wooden cutting board, not plastic, because he doesn't want to get cancer.
Well, I do have the plastic cutting board, which I actually do prefer when I cut meats and stuff, but because I don't like cutting meats on wood. Yeah,
seep in and get all gross.
Got my little bowl here. So we're gonna go ahead and just start cutting some stuff up. If you see me crying, it's because I'm cutting onions and I'm actually allergic.
I thought it was because you had to start Harold Fannin.
That too, but so it's a pretty good choice. Hey Ryan, if you're still on here, be sure to subscribe to Fantasy Now Plus. And if you're not Ryan and you're not subscribed to Fantasy Now Plus, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are live 8 days a week, but we got 8 shows for 7 days a week. So you can kind of see me down here. But yeah, so we will have 8 shows a week, 7 days a week. But we have plenty of content. FantasyNowPlus.com. You can catch all of our content there. We have plenty of written articles, DFS articles, underdog articles, everything to help you win some cash every week as well. So, and all of that is free to join. You can also join our Discord, and we have a DraftKings DFS play contest this week. That is the first link in this description. You should check that out because that is going to be a lot of fun. And hey, we have our first Twitch question ever, Pudge. I've never seen a Twitch question come in, so this is awesome. Which also shows we are live on Twitch as well. We have actually 2 listeners on Twitch right now. So let's go ahead and pull that up, Pudge.
Welcome in. I don't know how to say this. What is this? UB1 quit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So PPR Pollard.
But that's a great. This is a great question.
It is.
Pollard or Hunter? I'm going. I'm assuming that this is a non-IDP league. I'm an IDP guy.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that it's not IDP points. Otherwise, it would be
I'm going to take Pollard all the way here. Ubiquitous. Hey, I like that. That's awesome. I'm going to take Pollard just because he's the lone soldier over there. We all know what that team looks like. Cam Ward looks like the truth. So they might be able to go around the field a little bit and score some points. I'm hoping so. But I don't see Travis Hunter being I think he's going to be more towards the he's not.
You're talking about
more towards Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's going to be a good quality rookie, but his year this year is not going to be what some of the other guys that are being drafted, what they're going to be like. I don't think it's going to be like Egbuka.
His hype is going to be lower, or his actual production is going to be lower than his hype. I agree with you there. He does have Brian Thomas Jr. on the other side, which will pull some coverage that Marvin Harrison didn't get, because if you look at the wide receivers in Arizona, they have nobody other than Marvin Harrison Jr. So that kind of sucks. They do have McBride, but you're not double covering McBride every play like you would with Marvin Harrison Jr. So I agree.
And that would be with a linebacker too.
Yeah, I do agree with you here. I would go Tony Pollard this week specifically just because, we talked about this on Wednesday in our start sit segment, and Pollard is, I think we talked about this on Friday. I'm starting to get my shows mixed up here, but Pollard has never finished outside of an RB2 range. He has always been a starting running back since he's been going, and now I'm thinking about it, that was DeAndre Swift that I was talking about. But Pollard still has finished as an RB2 over the last 3 years. He actually finished as an RB1 in Dallas. So he is a good start. Even with a weak Titans team, he did finish as an RB2 last year in the top 24. So I would go with him. I think that's going to be a fun offense potentially with Cam Ward. But let's hold expectations on Travis Hunter. Now watch, he's going to probably get like 2 touchdowns today, but I would rather,
don't be discouraged, though. Don't be discouraged because, like Will and I were talking on Dynasty in 30 last night, Travis Hunter can be a wide receiver 1 along with Brian Thomas Jr. They did it. Cohen did it with Kupp and Puka. He's also done it with Evans and Godwin on the same team.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged. But I would temper your expectations until week 3 or 4. And those aren't tomatoes. Those are peppers, I believe.
These are tomatoes.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah,
I
these
can't
are
tell.
these are Roma tomatoes. Um,
You
so
got fancy ones.
I'm learning how to cut tomatoes. Yes, you are. That's the whole point of this show, actually, is to learn how to cook some game day bites along with, talking about fantasy football. It puts my two favorite things together. So that's fun. But yeah, these are Roma tomatoes. I like Romas. They taste better than the beefsteak tomatoes. They just got more flavor, and honestly, they're kind of easier to work with. Now, I did cut out the innards. I don't like all the seeds and all the extra BS. I like the outsides of them. So that's the tomatoes. Now I got the pepper. Now everybody will cut these differently, so it's kind of how you want to. Sometimes I go down the sides. Sometimes I rip it in half and pull everything out. I'm gonna go down the sides and just keep that membrane in there. But I use up all of the pepper. Now, a lot of people will throw that out. Nope, just go ahead and cut that off. And now all you have is the membrane that can just go right in the trash. So, and from here, I mean, some of this stuff is good, but if you really don't like any of that membrane, you can easily just pull that off and throw that out. So, you can use any pepper, or really, I'm using orange just to make it a little bit more colorful. I didn't get green or anything. Probably should have gotten green, but I know my wife doesn't like green, so we went with orange today. I always also cut with a lot of people will cut this way, and I find that harder. I don't know why. I cut like this, but with it, then I go back over. Yeah, so we are really close to injury announcements. Pudge, got 3 minutes, it looks like, until 11:30.
Yeah.
And that's the magical time frame when everything happens.
Yeah, for the 1 o'clock slate, it'll be fun.
Yeah. And
We'll have some nice pivots.
Yep. Yeah, because I did see Matt Stafford is starting this week. He is playing, so if he's active, he's going to be a good go. So, if that was a question, but I don't think he's necessarily a guy to start.
I was going to say, as far as surprise quarterbacks, there was no surprise. They're not going to play this week. The only one that I can see that's kind of big would be the running back position, and that's Christian McCaffrey, because he can't go
Brian Robinson or
Roshan Johnson, I think, is out as well. But they're the Monday night game, so
yeah,
just be prepared.
Hopefully, you got
if you've got Monday night players. I was gonna say, if you've got Monday night players. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you have Monday night players, make sure they're in your flex. This is also a good time. Check your lineups, regardless of whether or not you expect somebody to be starting. Put anybody that's not in your 1 o'clock game into a flex if you can. Take them out of your starting roles, put them into your flex roles, because that just gives you the more flexibility later. That if they end up being a scratch. So if you have Christian McCaffrey on Monday Night Football, throw him in your flex, because if he has to miss time, you can quickly pivot, go get a tight end, go get a wide receiver, go get somebody else to put in that spot instead. That's my yearly suggestion.
There's another strategy to that as well.
Put your Thursday night players in your starting lineup.
No, to hit on what you were talking about. And if you do get a player that is a dud, like AJ Brown this week, and you need to cover points, don't keep a player in there like Brian Robinson that may or may not get a couple touches. Let me think of a player that is. Don't put a player in there like Travis Etienne or Tank Bigsby that are going to be toting the ball, probably 50-50. Put a player in there that you would use in best ball, a player that can get you extra points that you're not exactly accounting for, and that's how I try to make up stinkers on Thursday night.
Yeah. So it could be it. Yes. I am a professional trained chef. I went to culinary school. I do not currently work in the restaurant industry, though.
And yes, Will,
Oh my
that is
God.
exactly what you do. You put in Harold Fannin, and he just wins. All right, 11:30. We got the injuries here.
Oh, okay. So who's some injuries this weekend?
I am pulling them up.
Woo. Who's Adrian? Stop it, Adrian. What are you talking about?
Is that Sean? It said that?
FinSock Sports Network. That's probably Bobby. It's the big boss. Who we are brought to you by, actually. Thank you, FinSock Sports Network, for allowing us to stream on your channels and just do all of this fun content for you guys. Hopefully, we make a lot of people money with fantasy football. Oh my God, these onions are killing me today.
That's how you know they're good.
I'm glad you guys can't see me like crying right now and just.
Holy
we're only
moly.
gonna do half that onion. You got a bunch of injuries?
No, I don't really have any notable
Nothing up
ones
yet?
yet. No.
Okay, active or inactive, we've got Micah Parsons expected to play, Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, Christian McCaffrey, all expected to play. Darnell Mooney is inactive. So if you had Darnell Mooney in your lineup, take him out because he is not playing today at 1 p.m. He was questionable for the day. So, Jaden Reed is also questionable, according to Adam Schefter.
Jaden Reed stinks against the Lions. I don't know how or why, but he's really bad against them. He has a really bad track record.
So with that report, both Tyreek Hill and Devon Achane are both expected to play today. So they're both good to go against Indianapolis in Indianapolis. So that is something. Now, Indianapolis has not won a game in week 1 since 2013. So those might be two players that you really want to play.
I would play anybody against that Miami defense. I really like your guy, Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren is a must play this week, I think. I have Josh Downs in DFS this week. He's very cheap. I think he was like $4,800. And I think he can light it up against the Miami defense because, again, I will go on record that Josh Downs is the wide receiver 1 for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, no longer Michael Pittman Jr.
I don't even think it was Michael Pittman Jr. last year either. So there's that. Is this really loud with me watching this? No, yes, no, maybe so.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you with that water running.
Well, that answers my question. I was like, is this really loud with me watching this? So that probably makes a great live stream here. So no like crazy players. The only player that is expected to be out in week 1 in the 1:00 slate is Darnell Mooney. Surprise inactive Raheem Mostert. No questions on Genty's workload. No, correct. Genty was always going to get the workload.
Exactly. I think Pitts is going to be a great play today. They don't have Mooney. They only have Bijan, Drake,
And Drake London.
Yeah, and Pitts. Pitts could actually be a pretty good stream because I don't think a lot of people actually drafted him. Let me look at his player percentage.
This is the year, Pudge. This is the year. He's going to do well.
I drafted him because I didn't draft a tight end in the first 10 rounds. But he should have a very good game today. And he does have a good report, albeit with a extremely small sample size with Michael Penix Jr. Michael Penix Jr. and with Drake and Pitts, they really open up a lot of people's eyes in those last 3 games.
Yeah. So I'm switching from the pico to making some queso. So right now I'm just heating up some. I prefer heavy cream, but it's half and half. But I realized this morning that I didn't have what I needed. So whoever went grocery shopping yesterday obviously failed at that part. So it was me. I went grocery shopping yesterday. So while I'm waiting for the half and half to come up to temperature, because I want it to be at a melting temperature, I'm going to just finish up this pico with some lime juice and some cilantro. But,
So we did have
any other questions?
we had a question with Trey Benson earlier. This will further the Harold Fannin. I think it was Harold Fannin. Trey Benson, his starting guard, Will Hernandez, is out today as well. He was limited in practice all week, but he is out. And that run game will suffer a little bit. James Conner is going to take most of that anyway. So this takes Trey Benson a peg further down in my book.
So this is garlic.
Saints also don't have Chase Young today. So
Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Chase Young being like really good? Mr. IDP.
That was just really, I don't know what happened to him over the years. Just injuries pile up. But
Yeah. Look at that. Another
was
fantasy and
just-
cooking. Hell yeah. Yeah, welcome to the Bites and Insights show on Sundays. We will be here every week at 11 a.m. Eastern time to talk about the starts and sits of the week. If you have questions, be sure to ask them in the chat. And I am making nachos. If you're new to the show, professionally, I'm a formerly trained professional chef. Went to culinary school out east and really learned how to do all the things. But now I work in IT and do a lot of fantasy football content. So, yeah, again, we're making nachos today. So, a lot of Twitch people out today. Be sure to subscribe to or follow our channel, whatever it's called on Twitch. Check us out on YouTube. Check out our website, fantasynowplus.com, for all of our content. If you like it, maybe you don't like it, or just stick around for the cooking show.
Jones Jr. Okay. So this is Will's question. He's talking about Bill Krosky with Chris Rodriguez, a healthy inactive for the 1 o'clock game.
That's
So
interesting.
that is
Now, hold on.
that actually
That's
bumps
interesting.
up Austin Eckler a bunch.
I agree. And Austin Eckler is also another DFS play I have this week. Not to tell my entire lineup, but I really do believe in Austin Eckler post Chargers. I thought he did pretty well for having zero expectations last year. So that's, I don't know. I'm worried about Bill being listed as RB4 on the team in general. So who's their other running back? They had one other guy in there that was like RB3. I'm stuck with my flex for a 14-team league: Jones, Kupp, or Eckler. Speaking of Eckler,
That's why I tried to throw that in.
yeah,
I'm taking Eckler. Jones is going to split the ball big time with Jordan Mason, and Jeremy McNichols is your guy.
Yeah.
That you were speaking about. But I don't trust Aaron Jones this year with everything that Kevin O'Connell has come out and said that they want to have a RBBC running back by committee. They went out, they traded for Jordan Mason right away. They want him involved. So I am fading Aaron Jones a little bit. I don't think he's gonna do what he did last year. If you still have him, he'll be a good flex play down the road. But I'm gonna take Eckler over both those guys.
Let's see what Jordan Mason brings to that Minnesota offense before we start starting Jones with confidence. I like Eckler here against the Giants. Kupp is not a bad option either, but I mean, you're waiting later in the day, so for him.
Yeah. And Kupp could do some Kupp things there. There's only JSN and the rookie tight end out of Miami. You caught me here.
Arroyo.
Yeah, Elijah Arroyo. Those three guys are the only ones catching passes. I don't see anybody else there worth mentioning, really.
Yeah.
I don't. Horton is
DK,
a good.
Obviously. And,
yeah.
Well, isn't Horton's out, I think, this week? I'm pretty sure Horton's out this week. Damn, those onions are really messing me up today. So OD Blacktip, thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Hopefully you like all the content there. We have content. If you're still watching, we have a lot of content throughout the week, 8 shows a week. Whether that's start sits, we have 2 start sit shows. We have a weekly rankings show. We have a DFS show. We have an IDP show, a dynasty show, a reaction show. We have priority waivers. We've got all the content. So hopefully follow along to all of that. Okay, so Pico is boom. It's got cilantro, it's got lime, it's got garlic, it's got all the things in it. So I'm gonna throw that into the. Gosh, I'm just gonna leave it out at room temp. Let that be nice and good. So this cilantro here is gonna go into some sour cream, and we are going to add a little bit of lime juice to it. Get that all nicely mixed up. Where did my spatula go? Oh no. Oh, I made it dirty already. Good job, Justin. Hi guys. Hi Justin. Hi Craig. How are you? Hopefully we helped you out with some starts earlier. I know you had some questions, but and actually Craig reminds me, it's a great question. If you ever have questions for any of us, hit us up on social media. Also, Craig hits us up on, I think, Facebook or Instagram every week, and we give him some honest advice, and I think he gets some personalized help, so that is always nice as well. Because
Yeah,
really
to
break down some
to
more
know the
information.
why behind what we do sometimes, it really validates some decisions. Because
Yeah.
most people, I believe, they already made the decision in their head. They just want to know if somebody else agrees with it and it makes it feel better.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I look for a little validation for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why we have this community. If you follow, sorry, if that was loud. That's why we have this community. You can actually join our Discord also, and we have even more people, more access to get to us to ask us questions as well. So check the Discord out. The link is in the description. and join that. That's a lot of fun. We have a DFS contest this week. It's the first link in our description of this episode, so you can join that if you want to have some fun. It's only a $2 DFS contest, so it's pretty easy and easy to join. I'm a newbie in it, so come take my money, I guess. But okay, we have a question from Craig. If you want to pull that one up.
Yeah, I'm going through right now and looking at so if you look at Kyler Murray right now, Kyler Murray is actually sick. He wasn't a full participant, and I didn't think he was actually going to play. He was questionable. He is going to play today, but I'm still starting Baker Mayfield against the Atlanta Falcons because the Atlanta Falcons, their whole secondary is decimated right now.
Yeah, and I mean that's also Kyler Murray being out was also a great reason to play James Conner this week, by the way. But back to Baker, I would be starting Baker regardless. Baker is a top 5 fantasy quarterback in my opinion. So there goes that crunch again. Do some salt. You put salt in your sour cream?
No. That's a thing?
A little bit of salt, a little pepper.
Do you use garnish salt or do you use just regular table salt?
I use kosher salt.
Okay.
So it's got, this sour cream has cilantro, lime juice, salt, and pepper. Pretty good stuff. That
good.
will, actually, that's going to go into a container in a sec. Thanks for the play on my Twitch. My cousin was on season 16 of Hell's Kitchen. Ever since I've been trying to cook more. Making pinwheels today. Nice flank steak, prosciutto, goat cheese, garlic, and parsley. Oh, that sounds really good. We need to get you on this show.
You're making me hungry, Andrew. You're making me real hungry.
Get you on this show because that sounds wonderful.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to go back to this queso cheese. The cream over here heated up quite a while ago, and I just kind of forgot about it and started bubbling up. So I use Chihuahua cheese. This is like the best melting cheese that you can get. So I start with this, get a nice good cheesy base to it, and then I will actually add a little bit of pepper jack at the end just for a little bit more of a flavor. But I don't have to use Chihuahua before. It's so good.
So the vaunted Denver defense, as you know, I am a big IDP guy. Vaunted Denver defense here. Dre Greenlaw is out for today, so you can have a little better feeling starting Pollard. With Greenlaw out and Benito was actually hurt. He was a full participant yesterday, but Greenlaw is huge to that defense. And they also have Malcolm Roach. He's out as well. He's their defensive tackle. So you feel a little better placing Pollard in there and having him run the rock as opposed to
Oh, God. Sorry, I had to go way back into the cabinet. I thought something would be a little bit cooler to do.
Should I worry on Drake London? Absolutely not.
Kyle Pitts is out.
No, Kyle Pitts is in.
Sorry, Kyle Pitts is in.
Darnell Mooney's out.
Darnell Mooney is out. That's what I meant to say.
That's why I'm here. That's what you're cooking. I'm stat checking.
Yes.
I love Drake London this week. I've got him as a top 10 wide receiver. Feel confident in Drake London all year long. I actually have him in my top 12 rookie or dynasty startup for next year for 2026.
Look at this. I don't have to sit at the the stove anymore. I got a little hot pot. a little hot plate. Didn't think about until just now. So as you can see, making the queso. Just get that nice and creamy.
Now do you use butter?
Sometimes the butter is really for that velvety flavor.
Yeah.
So when it coats the back of your mouth, and you can't see what I'm doing right now, when it just sits there and like coats your mouth and like that nice like feel, if that makes sense, that's the butter. That's what that butter is. Yeah. And when you do butter in a sauce, you get the coldest butter you can get, like straight out of the fridge. Don't have it just sitting on the counter. You don't want room temp butter or warm butter. You just add straight cold butter to allow that really to come into play. It's great.
Yeah. See? I'm learning tips too.
See, that's why we have this show.
I love
Pudge
it.
is going to be a chef by the end of this season, and he's going to be cooking in week 17.
I'm here for it. I'll cook. I'll cook ribs, and once an hour I will go out to the Traeger.
So this is the question.
Will,
how long is your cook time on ribs?
all right, so my first 3 hours is at 220.
Yep.
And I will spritz that with, I don't use apple cider vinegar, and I don't use apple cider. I use balsamic vinegar. I know it sounds weird, but it keeps everything. It doesn't destroy your bark. And then I wrap mine up. I'll use 4 pats of butter, any kind of butter will do. I use just regular old salted stuff. I put down a spice. I usually use some kind of spice pepper with honey and brown sugar, and that'll cook in there at 270 for about 2 hours. Take it off, and then if I've got my kids, I put on some barbecue sauce. But if I'm cooking for the adults, I usually throw it back on to the Traeger for another 45 minutes or so.
You
So
said
all
you
in
wrap
all,
it, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So you use you're a 3-2-1 method, right?
Yep.
Perfect. That's exactly what I do. I smoke it at 220. Now I don't have a thermometer, and I don't have a Traeger. I just have one of those char griller grills with the smoking attachment where you have to add like the logs of wood into it. So I'm very old school in my smoke. I spritz it with cherry cola, cherry Coke.
Okay, cool.
Which is pretty good. And then I do that for about 3 hours. I have this Spiceworks Founders blend that I get from Bloomington, Illinois. It has just enough heat to it where it's like, oh, that's actually like really good. So I use that, coat it on there with yellow mustard to hold it together. And then, so 3 hours there, 2 hours wrapped. And then with the butter, brown sugar, honey mixture that you were talking about.
I use Clover honey. They have the spicy honey that I want to try. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not brave yet.
Don't use the hot honey on it. It doesn't. You want that sweetness from the regular honey. At least that's my opinion. Everybody has their own like smoking tips, I feel like. I just added a little bit of pepper jack cheese to this to give it some good flavor. So, do you think Josh Allen will get
Craig's asking?
Josh
Allen. We got you covered there, Craig. So Jalen Hurts really showed me that it could be a running touchdown week. And I would count Josh Allen for 1 running touchdown this week against Baltimore. I am
Yeah.
more scared of Baltimore's pass defense than their run defense. Even though they have an outstanding run defense, I don't like Josh Allen's weapons. I think that they are not enough to overcome Baltimore's secondary, but I think his legs are what keep him in the game today. And I think that he'll have at least one rushing touchdown with at least 30 yards rushing.
I agree with you.
That's high. That's high. That's my bold take.
I need to do one more thing here with the. So I will often do jalapenos. Now, I have to be careful. I left this thing on because I want it to stay at a. Actually, that heated up really quick. Let's just turn that off. I'm doing serranos today instead of jalapenos, but you can either cut these manually, or if you have a fancy manual, you can do that too. Just these things you have to be super careful on if you have one. If you have one, you already know to be careful on them. I've sliced my finger multiple times on this exact one.
What do they call those? Mandolin?
Mandolins, yep.
Yeah.
And I need to
See, I know something.
Usually I should just, but this one needs to be sharpened. It hasn't been sharpened in probably 4 or 5 years. So
Craig wants to know if you take out the seeds. Hey, Craig, what other options do you have with Josh Allen? Or are you just trying to pick our brains and start him in a DFS lineup somewhere? You could let us know that. Give you a little clearer explanation.
and to answer the seeds question, yes, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So like right now, what I'm just gonna do is pick up what I have and put it on the plate, but I'm not gonna like pick up every seed. Sometimes I'll actually just throw all the seeds that are left over into the queso. Give that a little bit of flavor, but yeah, I'm just gonna clean this off now. Any other questions before we get to the meat of the show?
Tre'Davious White is out. That's no good. Tre'Davious White is a Buffalo Bill starting cornerback.
Yep. I thought he was on a different team now.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Pretty positive.
I'm pretty sure he went to a different team, but okay. I thought he went to a different team. That's crazy.
You're talking about the other Tre'Davious White, right? The other Tre'Davious White? No, there's only
two
one.
of them?
No, there's only one.
Are you okay?
He plays for the Buffalo Bills.
I swear he does not play for the Bills.
But good news is Bills have starting wide receiver Khalil Shakir, Elijah Moore, and Keon Coleman all active today.
Look at that.
So maybe their passing attack will be decent. I like
Khalil Shakir.
Do
you know what I have
What's
today?
That?
Some nice fried chips and queso cheese.
Ooh. You know what I don't have?
That's some pretty good stuff. Actually, I need some spices.
What kind of do you use? Do you like any type of Chipotles? Or do you like mostly?
Sometimes
mostly
I use
fresh.
What do you mean by mostly fresh?
Well, I mean, if you're getting adobo, I'm assuming you're getting it from the store.
Yeah. So I do have adobo, like the canned adobo peppers. I have spice adobo. I don't put it a lot in my queso just because I cook for my wife and I want her to like it. But It's been a little bit since I've actually cooked with any of like the adobo stuff. So I'm just adding some cumin. I should just bring this back over here. I just added some cumin, salt. We're gonna go with a little bit of cracked pepper. I need to get one of those fancy pepper grinders. That's not a lot, I know. And then, what did I say? Cumin, garlic. Yeah, and then actually, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of lime juice to it.
Well, so Craig, I'm looking at your roster, and I'm assuming that you drafted or you traded for or you have Allen, and you drafted him to start all your games. Stick with it. Don't get sidetracked with something like Mayfield.
Josh Allen is you start him and you forget about him.
Yeah.
Now,
Even
if
if
I'm not mistaken, Craig is playing in a, based off chat, this might be his 6-person league that he has a ton of starters in. Like a ton of players, I should say. So
yeah, it's
So I
a
just added
set it
cold
and
butter to
forget it
this.
type deal.
yeah. I added cold butter to this, by the way, so we're gonna get that velvety flavor.
Was that a little too soupy?
This?
No,
No,
yeah,
'cause you want-
because I can't really. No,
Oh,
prior to the butter.
No.
Oh, that's not bad.
It was thick. I just wanted a little bit of extra. Yeah, I just wanted that little bit of extra to it at the end. So we're about to get into the fun stuff. I'm not going out to the grill. I have this IKEA pan that has like the grates on it that resembles a grill. So we're going cheap here today. But this is the last thing. We should just cook this. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I almost forgot about guacamole.
You're eating all my chips.
I didn't eat the chips that time. That was the brown bag for the guacamole.
Harrison Smith is doubtful today with illness. That just popped up.
Interesting.
So with Harrison
Vikings,
Smith
right?
being doubtful, I would definitely be starting DeAndre Swift wherever you can, as well as Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. If you have them, start them.
So, do you know this trick about avocados? The pit or the little thing here. If you can easily pull this out, it's ripe. But if you pull it out and it's green, it's good. And if it's brown, it's probably bad. So, also you can kind of feel it too. It should give it a little bit of give. So we're gonna cut into this. This seems good, but yesterday they were not quite ripe, and they kind of are a little hard today. But we'll see. We're just gonna do a little quick guacamole. Dang it! This smells fully up. Okay.
And
And then once
I
we're done with this, who do you guys have winning?
have
Go to the game picks
Green Bay
page.
winning.
You have Green Bay winning against Detroit. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I
Interesting.
do.
Is that because of Micah Parsons? Or?
No, it's mostly because they're in Green Bay, and I really like Green Bay this year. They had a tough time with them last year. The last
clip
game
that.
was crazy. So
Sean better clip that. I really like Green Bay this year. We're gonna post that all over social media. Detroit Lions fan really likes Green Bay this year.
I do. I like the whole NFC North. The road to the championship will go through the
North.
NFC East or North.
Yeah, it's either going to be Philly or it's going to be somebody in the North. I think I
I'm
had
scared
Detroit
of-
winning tonight. or tomorrow.
Oh, do you?
Or today. I think that's who I picked. So here's another thing. You can go to fantasynowplus.com/game picks and see all of our weekly game picks as well, along with our records. So I think that's who I picked. So we're just going to get this avocado nice and mashed. I'm sure I'm making way too much noise and people are now turning off their camera or their stream. Oh, my God. I said I lost this or I dirtied this up and it was just sitting over there clean. So get that all mashed up. What I'm going to actually do with this now is take some of that sour cream mixture that I made earlier. Just a little bit in there. I'm going to mix this up. And we got some guacamole to throw over the top. So I'm adding the sour cream mixture that I made because I'm going to add cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, all the things to this anyway. So, and all of that was already in that sour cream mixture. So just saving myself some time. Okay, now we're going to get to the big thing. The chicken. Start sit question from Tim.
4-point passing TD. Drake May in a weather game or Caleb Williams on Monday Night Football.
Can
Well,
get
I
the
just
weather
talked
report?
about
Can I get the weather report for that?
the weather report for Drake May.
Is it raining or? That's my real question. Is it raining? I'm gonna get this all dirty. I know it. Okay, so we got this. Oh, we have this off. That doesn't help. Here, I thought this was on the whole time. Tim, if you know the answer to this question a lot quicker than researching, what's the weather report? Because I didn't know there was weather in New England, and I can't look at my phone right now. So
I am looking it up right now, but it is. Oh boy! It is half inch to a 3/4 of an inch of rain.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Actually, that's going to change my DFS play. Thank you for telling me that because now I got to go change my DFS play because I have Drake May. Oh God!
And I like Caleb because Harrison Smith should be out as well.
Yeah, and that's going to be a game where people want to prove that they are exactly they're the team. Ben Johnson's going to be wanting to show off Caleb Williams, I think. So
yeah, he's going to want to showcase him.
So and against the Vikings, that should be everything that game needs to be. It's going to be a high scoring game. So.
And that'll also dampen your Travion Henderson take earlier.
It will. He could get more of a workload today, potentially.
Yep. Yeah, because they won't be running or they won't be throwing the ball as much.
Right. So I just did there is I sprinkled some water on this to see if it did its little popping dance, the sizzle. Yeah. So nothing happened. Just throwing some oil down. So this isn't hot enough yet. Okay. What else?
Let me see if they have any other inclement weather. I'm torn because May's rushing. Yeah. I like May's rushing floor for sure. But you're also going to get a rushing floor with Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And Tim, we are cooking. By we, I mean Justin. Nachos. Not just any nachos either.
Yeah. We're making fresh nachos. I fried the chips earlier, so these are freshly fried from tortilla chips. And now we've got the pico made, we've got the Serrano's cut, we've got guac, we've got sour cream, we've got a queso cheese, and now we're just gonna make this chicken, which I guess I should show. I cheated, but this stuff is good. Moyo marinade. This is from Aldi. You can actually I prefer the ones from the Mexican markets that you can easily get from literally anywhere. But you marinate that for 3 hours to overnight, and that stuff becomes very good. It does all the things that you need it to do. So, yeah, I'll cheat when I need to.
We also have
Pretty good sound. You hear that?
that's sizzling. That actually looks delicious. There is another game that we do have to watch out for. It's the Carolina Panthers and Jaguars game. It might dampen the unveiling of Travis Hunter and Ted McMillan. There's 32% chance of thunderstorms with a 7 to 15 mile per hour wind.
Ooh.
So start your running backs in that game as well. Chuba Hubbard.
Tim, it is lunchtime, by the way. Game day breakfast. Oh, yeah, you're West Coast. Never mind. So this pan was too cold, which is annoying. When you put protein onto a cold pan and then start cooking it, it's not going to be the greatest. So that's going to be fantastic for me later. But it'll still work. It'll still cook. It's just going to cook a lot slower. That's really gross. I don't even want to show that. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll cook.
Everything's fine. It'll be fine. Another weather game is going to be 33% chance of thunderstorms for the Tennessee Titans and Broncos.
Dang.
So you could have more lightning delays for these games because they don't know how to.
Blue skies and 65 degrees right now in Indianapolis, so we are looking good. Today is also the Jim Irsay Ring of Honor game too, so they're putting Jim Irsay into the culture of honor today. So it'll be a fun day in Indianapolis.
Yeah. A lot of things could be said about Jim Irsay, but he was entertaining.
Definitely was entertaining. Definitely had, unfortunately, a disease that a lot of people do fight, and the disease won. So that's sad.
Yeah, he was a huge advocate for mental health. Massive advocate for mental health.
Stigma.
Yep.
Yeah. And his daughters are carrying that on too, so that'll be nice.
I just dropped Gino and May a lot in the ranks, sadly.
Yep. He must have helped you scratch. That's a interesting thing there.
You better watch out for Sincere McCormick, though. He could eat into those carries.
He's in San Francisco on the practice squad, I think. I saw at least FanDuel posted something about it, where they did who has the best practice squad. And he was listed as a 49 practice squad member. Oh, God.
That is a gorgeous looking puppy.
What are you doing? Oh, you're not supposed to melt. Look at the camera. No. You embarrassed. Hi, buddy. Hi. You coming down here to see me cooking?
If you've just tuned in, that's not a kidney. I do believe it's chicken.
Correct. Justin, we need to get you a clip on mic for Sundays. I have a clip on mic.
Yeah, you couldn't hear you when you were on the other side of the kitchen.
You should be able to. It's right here.
Mm-mm.
What are you talking about? You can't hear me over here? You still can't
It
hear me?
was.
What are you talking about?
It's no. You can hear you, but it's very, very vague. It's probably because we're picking up most of the cooking sound, and it's drowning out the voice. Maybe.
So it probably helps if I actually pick the right microphone. I've been using my iPhone microphone all show.
I've done that before. I've made that mistake.
You can hear me now, can't you? So if I'm
Yes.
right over here, you can hear me now. That's great.
That's fantastic.
That's great. This is Justin not selecting the right audio. That's what the problem was. So so you can probably actually like hear the sizzling now. Yeah, that's really embarrassing.
It's week one. Everybody's just getting ready for the season.
Thank you, everybody,
I mean,
for not telling me at all that my audio is really bad today. So, cool.
On the bright side, look at those grill marks.
Yeah, they're okay. They could be better.
Let's dwell on the positives.
Yes.
Like, who is your start or sit between Tony Pollard
Great question.
and Jerome Ford?
Ooh, dang it. I'd have to go Tony Pollard because
Okay.
I think Dylan Sampson's going to have a big effect on that offense. Between Dylan Sampson, Judkins also just signed. I don't think he's going to play today. So I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, he signed his fully guaranteed contract yesterday.
Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there. I would go with Tony Pollard. That's my opinion. And yeah, Judkins is out. So we were looking for 165 degrees or to the touch. This is not to the touch yet. So
No.
about 125, 130. Plus Ford might drop off of about. Yeah. Tony Pollard is a great PPR running back. Great PPR running back.
I'm a believer in Ward. And I'm a big believer in Chig Okonkwo this year because of what he did with Elijah Arroyo last year at Miami. He took a fairly pedestrian wide receiver. I'm talking about Respro, and made him a decent guy. But Elijah Arroyo and Cam Ward had that connection. And I think that Chig Okonkwo is going to fill that role for him and be his security blanket. Chig Okonkwo could have a pretty big week, and he could be a huge waiver addition on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll probably. I mean, we might be talking about him on Tuesday for our waiver show. So
always want to be a week ahead, guys. Always want to be a week ahead.
Yeah, if he has a good day, yeah. But no, I've been starting Pollard everywhere I can because I do think he'll be a good addition. Ward could be a good addition to that Titans offense as well. And Ward has no. I'm sorry. Tony Pollard has no competition. Tyjae Spears is out for at least 4 weeks, so you're looking at what Chestnut I think is their backup running back now. So it's not like he's got to worry.
And then they've got the rookie Mullings.
Yeah, so they know what they got.
I'm not worried about Tony Pollard just because of volume based. He should do just fine this week.
Right. exactly.
He's not going to win you a week, but he'll do fine.
So,
But you
the
are
last
correct.
thing- Go ahead.
He will get those dump offs, whatever dump offs there are. They will go to him, and that'll be a nice little floor for him on top of his upside today.
This is the last thing we got to cook, and then we're done with week 1, and then we get to watch games starting off in 40 minutes, less than that, really, 39 minutes. Pudge, I hope you've checked your lineups or are currently checking your lineups. I probably need to check my lineups, but yeah, I'll get there in the last second, which is fine. That's the best time to second guess
I'm
yourself.
a very last second guy. But I've got all my rankings posted. So if you are looking for what I would do, you can go check those out on Fantasy Now Plus. All of our rankings are current. They should be. I know that Sean was very adamant about that. Making sure that we are
all of our rankings
our
are
ducks are in a
posted.
row.
Yeah, exactly. All of the rankings are posted. Everything is at fantasynowplus.com, so you can do all of that. So, yeah, this chicken is pretty much finishing up right now. So what I'm going to do here is pull this off. You want to let this rest for maybe 5-ish minutes. And Pudge, do you know why you let things rest?
To let the juices
Yes, you're right.
disperse.
To let the juices really go into the meat.
Yeah.
If you immediately just start cutting into this, all of those juices will just start cutting out, or not cutting out.
You get a nice
They will.
dry piece of meat.
You do. You really do need to let things sit and let it gel together, really. So I just
if you don't believe us,
in.
try it with a piece of steak. Let one sit for 5 minutes, and then let the other one just come straight off the pan. And the taste, if you close your eyes, the taste alone is
much different. One's chewier, one's tougher, one is buttery and melty, and it's so good. But you are right. See, I knew you were gonna be right. You do a lot of grilling and stuff, so you got that going.
I'm a protein guy for sure.
Yes. So I'm just throwing some chips on some plates here. I got 2 plates, one for Pudge, one for me.
Yeah, I like it. I'll be over there in about 4 hours. I'll be there for the Lions game.
Yeah, I'll keep them fresh for you. Don't worry.
Sweet.
Who's got questions? We got last minute questions here.
You gotta have some good ones. I've got one for you. Stephon Diggs or Calvin Ridley?
Diggs.
Okay.
I'm a known Calvin Ridley hater.
Stephon Diggs or T. Higgins?
T is a wide receiver 1, period, in fantasy football, so long as he's healthy, obviously. But when he plays, he proves he is a wide receiver 1.
I'm trying. Okay, so you like T.
That case was good, man.
T. Higgins or Nico Collins this week? I am a big Nico Collins fader.
T.
Yeah.
T all day.
Yeah.
There's probably like maybe 7 players that I would not say T over.
I'm fading. Oh, we got JCM or Juwan Jennings.
We're talking about Krosky, Merritt, Bill, right?
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, Bill or
Krosky.
Juwan Jennings. Yeah. Juwan, he's the wide receiver 1 for the 49ers.
Whoa.
He's playing today. Am I wrong?
I thought that was George Kittle. George Kittle's the wide receiver 1.
Wide receiver 1, not receiver 1. Wide receiver 1. Yeah, I would go with Juwan. You don't know what Bill's going to get you yet.
Not even with the Chris Rodriguez benching?
Nope, Austin Eckler.
Yeah, but I believe you're correct there. I don't have any faith in Juwan Jennings. I don't like the 27-year-old breakout. I'm going to go with the former first-round pick, late oncomer Ricky Pearsall.
But that wasn't the question.
I know. No, I'm saying as the wide receiver 1 in San Fran. But 2-8. Every Kool-Aid has a different flavor, and you like that Juwan Jennings Kool-Aid. I'm not there.
Now let this be a thing. I specifically said to pick up Juwan Jennings, drop Juwan Jennings, pick up Juwan Jennings, drop Juwan Jennings like 4 times last year. So on our waiver show. So let that be what you want it to be.
It's tough because excuse me 1 second.
Oh, and bless you. Bless you. Dang, I was trying to trick you into not sneezing.
Oh man. Holy cow. So I've always had trouble starting a 49ers wide receiver because Shanahan is so good at scheming the offense. Oh,
yeah. So
I'm gonna shut my mouth now.
No, you can keep talking about wide receivers. I'm just doing this so you can see what we're making here.
Oh man, that looks good. Woo. And I've always had trouble other than, Brandon Ayuk would be in spurts, but never enough to feel confident starting him. Their wide receiver 1 or their tight end 1 is always in question. They might scheme Kittle for one game and have 15 targets, and then the next game he gets 3. And you are beating your head against your keyboard trying to figure out who's going to get the targets this week. That's why I go the safe route and just choose their running back.
If my wife is still watching, you can probably start coming down here to get your nachos. Let's see if she actually is watching still. She told me less crotch shots earlier, so I had to move my camera.
Well, they might. People may want me to move my camera from staring at my face because I don't like to stare at my face either. So
I'm hoping nobody is coming here for my crotch shots, though. So hopefully they're here for the food.
I'm here for the food.
That's why we're all black, so you couldn't really tell where the pants start and where
no shadows.
Yeah, no gray pants today.
Oh, that's a Curb Your Enthusiasm reference. Have you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I have not, and Josh has already yelled at me about that once before.
It's a Larry David is the creator.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
one of the creators of Seinfeld, and he is hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely know what the show is, but I have not watched it.
That is good proportion. I like the proportion of chicken there.
Yeah. So when I worked at a restaurant where one of our things that was on the recipe that I made was the nachos, and we were very adamant about making sure that every chip has something on it. So this is queso fresco that I'm just adding over the top of it to give it a little bit more.
Why would you put blue cheese on there?
It's not blue cheese. It's queso fresco. What are you talking about? So this is just going to add a little bit of saltiness to it. Then that's why I didn't over salt the chips. Wonder how many of you started the show from the beginning and are still watching our show right now. But
Me.
we're gonna wrap this up very quickly because everything is gonna come. And
I don't see any other. Nothing else came in that was very pressing, I guess. So start sits today. I'll give you another one. We got Bucky Irving or Kenneth Walker.
I would go Bucky. Kenneth Walker's got the 49ers, I think, and I feel like he's always dealing with that. There's not a bad answer here, in my opinion, between the two. So you could probably go either one and be safe.
Bucky Irving or Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jason.
Really?
No, Bucky. This week, I'm not convinced that Sam Darnold is a good quarterback yet, because he was throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson last year. So how much of that is inflated?
Kevin O'Connell made Josh Dobbs a quarterback one and Kyle Allen a quarterback one for weeks at a time.
Exactly.
I'm not convinced that Darnold's any good, and I expect to see Jalen Milroe by the end of the season.
Exactly. So usually I would have like a little squirt bottle to squirt this sour cream on, but apparently I've used them all and they are dirty, so or being used for other things. So we're gonna just get a little spoonfuls of the sour cream mixture here, and then we're gonna throw some guacamole on here over the top. Boom. Boom. And
Man, oh man.
That's your nacho plate for Sunday. And look, game time is in 28 minutes. So here you go. You can go eat now. And you probably want a fork. Yeah. That's another thing is that my nachos are commonly, you need a fork to eat them. Oh God, the camera, it fell.
Uh-oh.
So Pudge, everybody watching, cheers.
Oh, we got one more question. He's down bad because of Worthy and Pickens. All right. Josh Allen should be able to stack Shakir and Coleman or Jacoby Myers.
Okay,
I think
so down. Hey, Kyle, you're back. You were down bad Friday also. Because
I don't believe in double stacking. We talked about this
on Friday.
Yeah. Don't do it. Jacoby Myers and Khalil Shakir with Josh Allen.
I agree. We don't know what Coleman is. I would definitely do Shakir and Coleman. The thing about, Shakir and Jacoby. The thing about double stacking is it sounds nice in theory, but then you're rooting for, just split the ball. Whereas you could be saying, only go to Shakir, and you only want them to go to Shakir, not split the ball in the same game. If you have Shakir and you have Jacoby, you could be rooting for both of them because they both could do very, very well on their teams, and you don't have to worry about that split. Double stacking never works. It just does not work unless it's a running back, a PPR running back with their quarterback and wide receiver. That's the only way that I would ever double stack anybody. But I would never pick the same wide receiver on the same team.
Because they could go to Dalton Kincaid and you could get 0 points across the board other than Allen.
Correct.
That is, or they go to James Cook, and you get 0 points there, and you got 3 players with 0 points.
Correct.
That is it's a fallacy. It's like Justin said, it's a great theory if it works. And there's only a couple people that I would do it with. We talked about them on Friday, and that's Cincinnati. But Yeah,
you're gonna
don't do
finish
that.
tomorrow.
Don't do that to yourself.
Let's do one last
It
question.
may work
here.
out.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, glad to see you again this season. I'm glad to see you back. Hopefully, you're still subscribed. Full PPR, do y'all have Marvin Harrison Jr., Pollard, or Egbuka? I'm assuming this is for a flex position since you're including Pollard on this. We've talked about Pollard a lot today. Marvin Harrison Jr. is dealing with a sick Kyler Murray who is going to play. So that's a little bit of a worry for me in week 1 right now. And I actually need to change some DFS lineups because of that. And Egbuka, rookie start, but he has literally all of the ability to be a top option this week. And you got Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka. You do not have Chris Godwin. You do not have Jalen McMillan. You have a hurt K-Dot and you have a Bucky Irving. Egbuka can fill that Chris Godwin role. I would be going Egbuka this week, but you could start Pollard because of their rain game, but I'm worried that a storm will start stop that game a lot, which can really hurt into some stuff. I lean Egbuka. What about you?
Absolutely. After all this Tony Pollard love today, I'm gonna sour it with some Egbuka. I am absolutely enthralled with Egbuka this year. I think he's gonna be great. Those guys over there are route technicians. He's gonna have Mike Evans that may or may not pull a hamstring and go in and out of the game, but Egbuka should be the mainstay there, and I'm not worried about anybody else in that offense. It should funnel straight to him, and he'll be a top 10 startup dynasty pick next year, according to Will and I.
Yeah.
I really do believe that he'll be a top 10 startup dynasty pick next year.
All right. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap up this episode this week. Be sure to check us out next week. We will be back here again, 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday to talk about all the starts and sits for that week, all the injuries. We'll be making something else. It won't be nachos every week. I'll make something different. I got to figure that out. I got to figure out my menu for the week, for this season. So these nachos are hitting. These are very good. So
I'm going to the pub. I'm going to get some
make
nachos.
some of these this week. Watch back this video. Make it this week. It's great. But guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. Pudge, do you got anything?
That's it. I had fun. Let's get some more questions next week, and I love answering them.
Yeah, I do too. This is a fun show. This is a great show. So be sure to follow us, Fantasy Now Plus, everywhere on social media. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Check out Finns Talk Sports Network as well. They talk about more than just the Dolphins content. They talk about wrestling. They talk about fantasy football, obviously, for us. They talk about so many different things as well, and they are a great partner as well. Be tuned in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We've got Cold Brews and Hot Takes with Josh Kimmel. He's live from Vegas. I think I'm also going to be on that show just because he's live from Vegas and does not have his equipment. So he needs somebody to talk to at 6 o'clock in the morning for him. Tuesday, we have the Priority Waivers show to get all your waivers for week 2. Wednesday, we have 2 shows. One at noon, we have the Start Sit Show with Start Sit Showdown with me and Josh. And then Wednesday night, we have the Fantasy Rankings Report to go through the rankings for week 2. Thursday's a DFS show. Friday is the IDP show with Pudge and Josh. Saturday, Dynasty and 30. And then right back here Sunday, early afternoon, is me and Pudge with this Bites and Insights show. But guys... Jamo or Travis Hunter.
Jamo, real quick.
Jamo. That wraps it up, guys. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Join our DFS contest. It's in the description. First link on there. We need it's $2. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
Rome, Jacoby Myers, or Josh Downs. Jacoby Myers is in the rain game. Rome is on Monday night. I would go Josh Downs against Miami. I'm going Josh Downs.
I concur. I like Rome, but I'm taking Downs.
Yeah. Hit us up on social media if you have more questions, or join our Discord where we have a ton more people in there to answer questions. That link is also in the description. But guys, until next week, we got to check our lineups before games start. Have a fun week 1. Hope you guys enjoy the football. Hope you guys all win your leagues this week specifically, because this is the start of fantasy season. Jerry, great to see you again. But guys, until next week, or until tomorrow morning, have a good one.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.